Hello Pixie Doll, welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Crystal, aka the Wholesome Witch, and today we are doing a magical home reset for the autumn season. Autumn is my absolute favorite time of year for as long as I can remember, and it just has such an amazing, fresh, renewing quality. It feels like a new year. It feels full of magic. It's spooky season. Samhain Halloween is coming up soon. And I wait and count down the days until we get back to September every single year. So welcome to September, welcome to the Burr months, and welcome to this magical autumn reset. So autumn is an amazing time to reset the energy within yourself, but also within your home space. We want to prepare our home and the energy for this darker part of the year, this part of the year where we tend to spend more time in our houses. It's cozy season, it gets dark really early, and we want to just kind of give our space a refresh that aligns with the energy of autumn, and just to have a nice fresh space for walking into this new season. It is the first week of September right now, and I like to do my reset of the house before the autumn equinox, just so on the day it's ready, it feels good. I usually will do a few different things as part of my equinox celebrations, but I always like to get the energy prepped and primed for when autumn actually hits. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, as soon as we hit Lunasa on August 1st, that is the start of harvest season. So from that moment on, I'm pretty much in fall mode, which might be a little early for some people. But harvest season to me and autumn just go together, even though it technically starts in the summer. But come the first week of September is when I really like to prepare the house. So that's what we're going to do today. We are going to do some of the things that I traditionally do at the start of this season. So we're going to do some cleansing, a little protection magic for the house, a simmer pot. We're going to do some positivity and abundance magic. So the energies I really like to focus on moving into fall: cleansing, protection, abundance, positivity, just prosperity for this new season to come, and how I want my home to feel as we move through this darker part of the year. I want it to feel uplifted, protected, clean and fresh, and all that good stuff. And then we're also going to put out a few of my autumn decor pieces, which I was kind of prepping them and getting them ready. I don't have as many as I would like to have. We had quite a lot of stuff in Toronto that was like fall decor. And when we moved to Scotland, we just had to leave behind so much stuff because it's not cheap. It's not cheap to ship your stuff across the ocean. So we really got rid of so much. We pared down. We only packed, essentials, which autumn and Halloween decor are essentials. I don't know what we were thinking. At this point, since we got here, when autumn rolls around, I mourn some of our stuff for the season that we did not bring with us. But I guess it just means we need to buy a few more things. We're also in a much bigger space than we were in Toronto, so a few things really looks like hardly anything because the house is quite spacious. So I think I might need to do a little bit of shopping for autumn, but I'm going to put a few things out today, stuff that I have had from the last couple of years. And we're going to talk about some of the autumn color magic, and it's going to be good. So grab your coffee, stick around, get a comfy seat, and join me for this magical autumn reset. So first things first, we're going to get a simmer pot going, and I'm just going to let it simmer on the stove as we do our other reset practices, and just have the energies being brought and welcomed into the house while I'm doing everything else. So the energy for the simmer pot we're going to do today is going to be for abundance, prosperity, wealth, success, and luck. And the intention is going to be for those energies to warm the house and be within the house throughout the autumn season. So it's going to be a pumpkin spice simmer pot, because pumpkin spice, if you watch my 5-minute harvest season rituals, you'll have seen I talked a little bit about it. it contains energies for all of those things. So it's not just delicious, it doesn't just smell good, it has some excellent properties you're going to want to welcome in as we move into the autumn season. So feel free to indulge in the pumpkin spice. And that's the theme we're going to go with for the simmer pot today. We're going to use orange, ginger, cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, and some vanilla. So all the quintessential things that pumpkin spice has in it. So let's get that on the stove, and then we will start with our other practices. I have a video that I did a few weeks back with my whole simmer pot process that I'm going to link down below if you guys want to check that out. But I always hold the intention of the simmer pot within myself throughout the process. I focus on each ingredient as I put them in the pot, and I always place my hands on top to do an energy exchange at the end to solidify its purpose. Okay, so our simmer pot is simmering, and next we're going to do some flowers. So the day that I do this home reset, I always like to get some fresh flowers that represent autumn to me. And I'll be honest, the selection of flowers today was more summery than I would have liked, so there wasn't a lot of kind of autumn options, but I did my best. I got some chrysanthemums, roses, and the energies with these two, they're good. I'm happy. I would have liked to have gotten some like burnt orange colored flowers as well, but there really wasn't anything there. There were some roses. I thought they were a little expensive, so I didn't get them. So yeah, we're gonna work with these two for the week. And fresh flowers is just something I like to have in the house. I try to get fresh flowers every week. Sometimes I miss a week, but most weeks I'll get some fresh ones to kind of go along with the energies I want for the week ahead. So chrysanthemums have properties for protection, renewal, clarity, peace. So I thought they went well with the kind of autumn reset vibe. And then roses, love, protection, healing, also really great for the energies we want to bring into the house this week. And they also go along with the full moon lunar eclipse that is happening on the weekend. So it's kind of just a bonus. So we're going to get these into vases, put them around the house. I'm going to use this vase, which I'm really excited about. I actually got this one last autumn on clearance from Next, and because it was on clearance, it was just, oops, there's water in it. Because it was on clearance, it was just such a good deal, and I was waiting all year to be able to use it. Because I bought it, it was like more towards Christmas and Yule, so it didn't really go with the time. Anyway, I'm excited to use this today. I think I should have got one more bundle today, but I didn't, so I hope I have enough to kind of fill the vases that I have in mind. So yeah, let's get these arranged. Now sometimes when I'm doing my flowers for the week, I will do things like bring in a candle of the color that matches my intentions for the week or season. I will sometimes bring in crystals into the space, but for all the rituals we're going through today, all the practices, I didn't feel the need to bring in any extra tools. I just wanted my ingredients and my intentions, and with the simmer pot going on the stove, I thought that was a perfect kind of background energy to have in place while completing all of our practices today. But if you feel called, you can always bring in elements, candles, crystals, music even, to help create the right energies for yourself. Alright you guys, the flowers are ready. I should have probably got one more bunch, but it's fine, we have enough. And when I do the flowers, I like to place them in intentional spaces around my home. So this might be different for you where you would like to place them, but I always place some in my kitchen because I do a lot of my practice in here. I like to place some by the door to kind of welcome in the energies that the flowers hold. And I usually put some in my dining room because it's kind of the center of our downstairs space. And then I didn't have enough today, but I'll have to buy some more. I put them upstairs in the hall window, which is also like the center of the house upstairs. So that's where I like to place them, in case you're interested, I don't know. But the places you might feel work best for your home might be very different. Anyways, let's put these around, and then we are going to do cleansing, then protecting for the autumn season. So let's go. moving on to home cleansing. My standard home cleansing is usually to use incense. I know that's not for everybody. You can also just use visualization. You can use candles. You can use a clear quartz wand. So you don't have to use incense. You could use an herb bundle, but this is my preference. I really like to use sandalwood. It's one of my favorites for cleansing. And so what I'm going to do is I walk through each room of my home and do a little visualization. I set the intentions for each room, so that way I feel that the whole house is complete. So I will usually start in my living room, move around downstairs, go upstairs, and then end by the front door. And then, I don't always do this, but today I'm also going to use a cleansing mist. If you missed it, I just did an energetic cleansing video a few days ago, and you can go check that out. I'll link it down below. So this is a cleansing mist. I'm going to do the smoke cleanse in each room, and then before leaving the room, I'm going to do a little spray of the cleansing mist, just as an extra little oomph, an extra little energy boost. So let's start cleansing. So I mentioned incense cleansing is not for everyone due to the smoke. You can also go through each room and visualize. You can use crystals such as clear quartz for cleansing. You can diffuse essential oils in each room if you're okay with those. Another option is sound, like bells or clapping as you move through each room in your house. You can also use a cleansing mist like I'm also using today, so just make sure you do what works for you. And feel free to take extra time and sit in the center of each room if you feel the space needs a deeper cleanse instead of simply walking through. Okay guys, welcome back to the kitchen. Our simmer pot is still simmering. When you're doing this, if you put a simmer pot on and you're doing a bunch of other things, make sure to check on it every once in a while and make sure the pot doesn't boil dry. Just some safety precautions I thought I would throw in there. I have boiled the pot dry in my time. So yeah, just take care with that. So anyways, now we're going to get on to some protective magic and some happiness and positivity energies to bring in with the autumn season. So we're going to put together a couple of things here. I'm going to do two little protection bowls that I'm going to put on either side of my front door. So I'm going to use these, and these are super cute. They're little tiny cauldron bowls. We got these years ago at Crate & Barrel, and these are something that did make it over on the boat because couldn't part with them. So I'm going to do two of those for protection. They're going to have cinnamon, rosemary, sweet orange oil, and 2 black stones. So the 2 that I'm using, I have an onyx and I have a black obsidian. I'm going to put 1 in each bowl. So we're going to put those together and I'm going to set them by my door. And then we're also going to do a positivity wash for the front door, kind of as a barrier to only welcome in positive and happy, joyful energies into the home. So we're going to put those 2 things together at the same time just because it's efficient. And then we'll put out the bowls, we'll do the door wash last because I'm also going to put up the autumn wreath at the same time. I do a little extra protection magic on the wreath on the front door. So for the happiness door wash, we are going to fill our other cauldron bowl here. We're going to put water, lemon, rosemary, because rosemary is good for just about everything, and some cinnamon essential oil, and we're going to do the wash with that. So let's put these things together and then we can put them out. So we're back inside and I'm adding some final decor touches around my space. While I do this, I like to focus on the color of the items that I'm putting out and the energy that they're going to bring into the room and into the home. So for orange, I'm thinking creativity, good luck, vitality. Yellows for charm and confidence and optimism. Then we have some golds for wealth and money and abundance. Browns for stability and blessings in the home. Color magic is really something I like to utilize around the home in my decor, as well as in my clothes and things like this, so it's definitely something I focus on when putting out my seasonal stuff. And guys, I could not get happy with this decor. I moved it around so much. At this moment, it's all in different places than when I filmed the video. I'm pretty happy with it at the moment, but I'm sure I will continue to move it around as I buy new items and then as we move into Samhain season and I put out some other stuff. And some of these items are just year-round stuff, like those books in the center, but they just stay because they live there. And our autumn placemats, which I love, and that don't really go with the table runner, but I love the table runner way too much to ever take it down, so it stays and it's just fine. Okay guys, so now we have protected, cleansed, brought in some abundance, brought in some positivity. I'm really happy that I did all this today. I'll be honest, I was feeling a little bit off this morning, so I didn't know if I wanted to do all this. I didn't know if I wanted to film, but I'm glad that I did. I feel so much better, and I always try to just reset and center my energies before starting this, so I was very intentional before getting into the practices, which made my mood better. And now that everything is done, I just feel really good. The house feels refreshed and clean. And I wanted to mention, I do physical cleaning as well for the autumn season, and I do that first. So I actually did that yesterday. I like to clean my space physically before doing any energetic cleansing, because when we're tidying, we're decluttering, we're cleaning, energy gets moved around, it gets disrupted. So I always feel that it makes more sense to do the physical clean and then all of the energetic stuff afterwards. So just wanted to throw that in. I did do a physical clean first. For me, autumn is more the time for that big, deep clean rather than springtime. I do a clean in spring, but I don't know. I feel like autumn's more the time for it because we really want our home to be warm and cozy and feel good and fresh when we're stepping into this darker part of the year. Like I said at the beginning, a lot of us spend a lot more of our time home in the fall and winter months, especially the winter months. So yeah, I like to just make sure everything is feeling good and renewed before stepping into it. So that's just a little side note that I didn't mention before. I'm so happy you could join me today for this little magical reset. I hope that you got some ideas from it. I will leave the recipes for the protection bowls and the cleansing wash down in the description in case you guys want to go back to it later and make it up for yourself. And as we move closer towards fall, I'll probably put out a little bit more decor if I pick some new things up. I will add in my Samhain and Halloween decor a little bit later on, and I'll try and vlog that for you as well, just like my Samhain Halloween kind of prep. If you guys would like that video, then leave me a comment, let me know. I think it would be a fun one to do as well. And then on the actual autumn equinox, I will do a couple more things, and I'll do a lot of things that focuses on my own energy as well on that day. And I'll put something together for you guys so that you have an idea of what I do and hopefully give you guys some inspiration as well. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe so you don't miss any of the autumn and fall, Samhain, Mabon, autumn equinox content that's coming your way. I'm really excited. Like I said, it's my favorite time of year, and I haven't done YouTube videos this time of year before, so I have lots of ideas and things that I want to get done and share with you guys. So hopefully I can implement it all and get it all out there for you. Lots of fun stuff. So if you're still watching right to the end, thank you so much. I appreciate you genuinely from the bottom of my heart. And if you did enjoy this one, which I'm assuming you liked it a little bit if you're still here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified when I post new videos. And yeah, so that you can join me for all of the fun autumn and darker part of the year content that I have planned. Also, if you want some magical inspiration, advice, tips sent straight to your email 2 times a month, check out my Wholesome Circle Spellbook. I've linked that down in the description as well. I'm doing an autumn promotion because it's my favorite season and I really, really want to share this spellbook with more people, and it's a project that I'm just really excited about, so I'm excited to grow that community. I am doing a promo that is just $1 for your first month to try out the spellbook, see what it's about, see how you like it, and if you don't want to continue, you can always cancel, or you can continue on and join me in this spellbook journey. It's also something that is pretty new. I just started it in the springtime, and I'm having so much fun connecting with the members and putting the content together. So if you want to check that out, that's also linked in the description below. Once again, thank you so much for joining me for this magical autumn reset, and I will see you very soon in another video. Until next time, I'm sending you many, many blessings.